in today's session of Divorce Court. When Crystal married Nathaniel Williams 8 years ago, she thought it would be forever. But she says after they got married, Nathaniel changed.
Nate, I gave you 8 years of my life. You never wanted
8 years of nothing. You gave me 8 years of bull crap. Woo. If you would have gave me a part of your daggone life, we wouldn't be here in the first place.
You're all right.
He threatened to leave, and now she's calling his bluff.
You can tell me one time too many, we can just get divorced. And he told me one time too many, and I gave him what he asked for.
Now Crystal and Nathaniel Williams square off in today's session of Divorce Court.
All rise. Court is now in session. Maybelline Ephraim presiding. You may be seated.
Good day, ladies and gentlemen. This is the matter of Crystal Williams and Nathaniel Williams, the last matter on my docket for today. And I understand that after 8 years of marriage, you want to end it. Mrs. Williams?
Yes.
Why?
Well, after this, I would say it started in the 7th year. I've gotten a lot of disrespect out of Nathaniel. And
Disrespect? How?
excuse me.
Just tell the truth, that's all.
Excuse me.
Let me ask the question. Disrespect how?
He started getting into the entertainment business, and he would come in at 7 o'clock in the morning, 6 o'clock in the morning. And then when I would question him about it, being his wife, he would say to me, I can do what I want to do.
What's disrespectful about coming home at 6 a.m. in the morning and 7 a.m.?
Thank you.
Well, Your Honor, to me, there's nothing open in the morning between 6 and 7 o'clock in the morning but legs.
You mean like somebody else's legs? Is that what you're saying?
That's what I'm saying.
What about that, Mr. Williams? Nothing open between 6 and 7 a.m. but another pair of legs.
That's not true, ma'am.
So what are you doing out that time of morning?
We're out promoting. We hang out with a lot of comedians and entertainers ourselves. And, of course, after the club scenes or something, you go out and get something to eat, you hang out for a while. Why should I have to run home? You know?
Does your wife know what you're involved?
There is no a wife that really doesn't act like a wife. A wife that already, by the time you got to that point, that's already destroyed the marriage. So just hanging on the strings anyway. So I really didn't want to come home, if you really think about it like that. And it was only about 1 or 2 times.
No, it wasn't, Nate.
Okay.
Well, how had she destroyed the marriage already?
Well, the marriage has already been destroyed. I mean, Crystal just, she's not truthful. Not truthful at all.
And what do you mean by that?
About everything. I mean, it's little things. It really doesn't matter.
So if it really doesn't matter, how does it destroy the marriage?
Because little things turn to be big things, ma'am.
And tell me about those little things.
There are so many little things.
Well, can you just tell me
one? I don't know
one?
where to begin. I mean...
So you're saying that because you come in and out when you feel like it, it's because of the little things, Nate?
Well, it's because of the marriage is shot.
Well, then when the...
Why is it shot?
If
the
the
marriage is
was
shot,
Nate,
if the
marriage was shot, Nate, then you would have done something about it before, would you, or would you have not?
I'm a Marine, okay? You know, I don't just quit things like some people do. Some people believe in the institution of marriage.
You
in case you didn't know.
You started coming in the house at 6 and 7 o'clock in the morning.
So I should have just left
So you let it drag on another year?
I should have just left maybe 4 years. We should have been shot after 3.
What, you should have been shot? You mean the marriage should have been
over?
over?
The marriage should have been done after 3. But me being the person I am, try to hang on, make things work.
Oh, so
what did you do?
It really doesn't matter. So the institution of marriage really means jack to you, so don't even freaking try it.
Okay, Nate,
okay?
so you
Why does it mean so much to you and not her?
Why shouldn't it?
What do you mean it means more to you?
It means more to me because when I took my vows meant something to me. I mean, it didn't take long for Crystal, about your friends, you know, legs open. Funny you should mention how legs should be open.
Whose legs are open?
Ask her.
No, I want to ask you.
You were there. Answer the question.
Was I really?
He was there when your legs were open?
Come on.
For him, yes.
The only reason you really think that somebody else's legs are open is if you were doing it yourself. If you had any trust or faith and confidence in me in the first place, you know that's not my thing.
Why would I have any trust and faith and confidence in you, Nate, when you took our dream and sold it to your friend?
Mrs. Williams, explain to me what dream of yours that he took and sold to his friend.
Nathaniel and I have always dreamt of having an entertainment business, a promotion business, having a nightclub.
Together?
Together.
And you're upset about that?
Yes.
Because he opened it with his friends?
That's right. I'm very upset about that because he took it, he sold it, and he gave it to his friends.
What's it have to do with Fat and Happy?
That had something we wanted to do together.
You're just angry because I won't let you in it. You can't be in it. It's me and my partner. Okay, well, don't worry about it then. Why should it bother you?
That's not the point, Nate.
Can I give you a hint? You don't have to worry about whether you're in it with him or not.
Because you're already in it because you were my wife.
You're married to him. So what else are you angry about?
His whole demeanor and attitude just changed. He just changed. I know I've been married to Nate for 8 years.
And that wasn't his personality?
That is not my husband's personality at all. We have been married for 8 years. It was tough enough that he's a drill instructor. That's a job that requires his time 24 hours, 7 days a week. And then now he's an entertainment man too.
But you wanted to do it.
But he's also my husband, and he's also my son's father too.
And now he's not there for you?
No.
And that's what's changed?
He stopped being there for me, and that's what changed.
Did you ever talk to him about it?
Yes.
And what did he say?
What he always says, if you don't like it, we can just get a divorce.
7 o'clock in the morning, he comes in, he has an entertainment business, and you're upset about that, and you're going to blow 7 years of marriage over that?
Ma'am, you can tell me one time too many, we can just get divorced. That is not an answer for everything. And he told me one time too many, and I gave him what he asked for.
It was going to happen anyway.
I just figured he wouldn't do it, so I'll do it.
Okay, and do it.
Right.
I did it.
It's fine.
So now what is it that you want?
All I asked him for when we separated and went our separate ways was he bought this special type of amplifier he bought for me because his equipment is so elaborate that I said, Nate, can't you just get something that has a radio on it so I can just listen to the radio? And he's like, sure. So he went out and he bought it. I can just tell you just from looking down that there are between 10 and 15 sets of speakers.
So you've kept them all?
So what I asked him.
And you want some?
All I asked him for was that part he bought with the radio so I can hook it up to, and 2 speakers.
What is that called? The part you bought that has the radio and the 2 speakers?
Receiver and 2 speakers.
And that's all she asked you for?
Yes.
And you won't give her that?
Negative, ma'am.
Why?
Because it's not hers, it's mine. I'm going to eventually need those stereo parts. You know, the things I asked her for.
All 15 speakers.
Yes.
Let's stop now. You asked him for a receiver and 2 speakers.
Yes, ma'am.
And you won't give that to her?
No, I asked for a simple couch and entertainment center. And she won't give it to me. What she want? You want everything?
You're saying all you asked for is a receiver and 2 speakers.
That's correct.
And he won't give it to you?
No.
He's saying all he asked for was a couch and an entertainment center.
Yes,
and you won't give that to him. So are those the only 3 items that you people have?
No, ma'am.
So then somebody took something else?
Yes, I have compiled a whole list here, and I also have pictures as evidence.
Let me see your list.
Yes, ma'am. And I also have pictures, too.
Nathaniel's belongings since separation. Crystal's belongings since separation. When you say belongings since separation, does that mean what each of you has taken?
Correct.
This list was compiled by Crystal.
So that's things that she thinks you should have.
This is what she wrote, ma'am. That's what I'm saying.
So you're telling me that you never came to an agreement?
That is not true. That is not true.
When divorce court returns, tempers flare in the courtroom.
If you would have gave me a part of your daggone life, we wouldn't be here in the first place.
Are you getting divorced? Do you need Judge Maybelline Ephraim's help settling a dispute? If you want to be a guest on Divorce Court, call 1-877-311-2222 or email us at www.divorcecourttv.com. Divorce Court is back in the case of Crystal Williams versus Nathaniel Williams, who are seeking a divorce after 8 years of marriage.
Mark off the items on that list that you would like.
Okay.
Bring that to me, Joe, please. Now, this list is the items that you say you want to keep, Miss Williams. Is that right?
That is presently what is in my home from back to front.
Give this list to Mr. Williams and tell him to check the items that he would like to have. All right, on the list that Mr. Williams checked,
yes,
that says Nathaniel's belongings, you prepared this?
Yes.
The only items he's asking for is television, A 31-inch television, a 19-inch television, and everything else relates to speakers and sound systems. A king-size bed. Mrs. Williams has it, and Mr. Williams wants it. Why you want that king-size bed?
So I can have a place to sleep, Your Honor.
He bought it for me when I was pregnant with our son because of my back.
Did you give it to her as a gift?
Yes, ma'am.
Now you want it back?
Doesn't matter, ma'am.
The more we talk about this, the more stupid you see where you're going, huh?
You know, exactly.
We haven't finished yet. There's a wall unit that she wants and you want. What's that all about?
I need it.
Need means if I don't have it, I will die, I will not subsist, it will cause me some harm. That's what need means. Why do you need a wall unit?
I built that one.
Okay, you built that one.
It came in pieces. He put it together.
I still built it.
The wall unit came unassembled and you assembled it.
Yes.
Correct.
That's a nice one.
It reminds you of what you did, right?
Yes.
You accomplished a task.
No, it's...
Ma'am, he was
I'm
a
used to that
carpenter
now.
before he went into the Marine Corps, so I don't think it reminds him of his accomplishments.
Well, he put this wall unit together. That's a
Yes,
task
him
accomplished.
and his Makita power tool did it.
That's right.
Yes,
and he
they
wants
did.
it back because that's an accomplishment.
Oh.
And don't you dare belittle it. A receiver and 2 speakers, what is the value? You want it because you know that's his form of relaxation.
Ma'am, he has over $10,000 worth of stereo equipment.
When was the last time you listened to the receiver and 2 speakers? You didn't even know what it was.
Since we lived together.
Thank you. She don't even listen to it anyway.
Since
What do
we
you do
lived
for
together.
relaxation?
What do? I read a book, watch TV.
So why do you need those big speakers?
I just said 2 speakers. There weren't 2 particular speakers. We have over 15 to
You
choose
just want
from.
2 of them?
Just 2.
Any 2?
Any 2.
Why should you come now and ask for speakers and stuff?
But you...
Well, just let it
Now,
go.
why are you sitting there contradicting
Because it's-
yourself? You told the judge already
Can you believe this?
that I asked you for it.
Getting better and better.
2 adults arguing over 2
You know,
speakers.
it wouldn't even come to this if she was just... she ain't getting my stereo.
She's not.
No.
Who said?
Ma'am, I have speakers.
Who says?
Why should... She's
Ma'am.
just doing this to daggone make me angry. She's just doing this to... She doesn't need it.
What's the purpose
She
of me
doesn't
making
even
you
want it. She
angry?
probably wouldn't even listen to it.
But it's $10,000 worth of equipment.
$10,000 that I busted my butt to get. Even if I don't use it, it's still mine. Most of it I had it before we even got married.
That's not true.
That is true.
That is not true, Nate.
I bought $5,000 worth of... I bought
Okay,
a...
so now you bought $5,000. Now, which one is it? You
Listen,
had most of it before we were
I
married?
came from Okinawa
Nate,
with most of my
I gave you
system.
8 years of my life. You never wanted
8 years
for
of nothing. You gave me 8 years of bull crap.
Right, but
If you
you never
would
wanted
have
for
gave me a part of your daggone life, we wouldn't be here in the first place.
Nate,
See,
you
if you
never
really
wanted for anything.
if you really
You never
believed
had
in the
to turn
daggone
your
Constitution of
head
marriage,
and
you
ask
wouldn't be here in the
what?
first place. So don't give me that. You didn't give jack.
Whatever.
You didn't give
It's
jack
just
nothing.
like you got my grandfather's coin around your neck.
So
that's
what?
200 years old.
Wait a minute.
That's a
200
family
your grandfather.
heirloom.
Yeah, right.
Your
All
aunt
right.
gave...
A grandfather's coin around his neck?
Yes, he does.
What is a coin around his
It's
neck?
a gold Cougaran coin.
Your grandfather.
My grandfather.
How did he get it around his neck?
I gave it to him.
So now you want that back.
He took the ring his aunt gave me that was his grandmother's, and he's got it on his pinky.
Oh, my goodness. You guys just go back and forth taking things.
It's
when
her.
You, you got it on? Do you have it on?
No, ma'am.
Yes,
Where
you
is it?
do.
I do not.
Now, you know, a few days ago, I had to have Joe search somebody's pockets because he told me he didn't have a wallet with him. And Joe, you know that tie is tied awfully nice. And you look so wonderful in it. Would you want Joe to disrupt your tie?
No, ma'am.
Are you standing in this court lying?
No, ma'am, I'm not.
You don't have that necklace on?
I don't have it on. No,
Where
ma'am,
is
I
it?
don't.
In your pocket?
It's in my bag.
Where's the ring?
Right here.
Now, what's the story behind this ring?
His aunt gave
My
me...
grandmother.
His
Your
aunt,
grandmother.
I never met your grandmother. I met you the day
Yeah,
after
you
you
met
difference
my
does it
grandmother,
make?
I wouldn't be here.
Grandmother, aunt, point.
But he said his
Somebody
grandmother.
gave it to you.
Well, I'm just letting you know his grandmother wasn't alive when I got the ring.
Okay, he
His
gave it to
aunt
you.
gave me the ring as a gift to me as for being his wife. It was a family heirloom. It belonged to his grandmother.
Okay.
He took it.
You lost it.
If she lost it, you have it.
She wasn't even, it didn't matter that way.
And
anyway, you couldn't wear the thing anyway.
Where did she lose it?
Why should I let her wear my grandmother's ring?
Why should you wear her uncle's necklace?
Why should you wear my grandfather's 200-year-old
You can have the coin.
necklace?
It don't matter. Take it.
Why should you wear her grandfather's necklace?
Because it's mine. She gave it to me.
That's right.
And she says your aunt gave her the ring.
So it's mine. She gave it to me.
The ring's not in existence
No,
anymore.
now it's all over your finger.
Yeah.
What did he do with the ring?
He had it broke down, melted down, and he wears that fabulous little ring he has there.
Let me see the ring. Lets me know it comes off. Joe and I may take it. Who knows? Nice ring. Beautiful. And you say that gold chain is in your bag?
Yes, ma'am.
And you think that she should have that. You should have that because it was given to you, right? Bye.
The coin?
Yeah. Okay. What else?
That's all I wanted was 2 speakers and a
Two
radio.
speakers.
And the radio.
Anything else you want to tell?
You know, all this thing is just to get back at me, ma'am. It seems petty, but that's what Crystal's doing.
My court papers say she had an affair when you were overseas. Is that what's bothering you?
I don't know. That maybe, yes. Yeah.
And he had one while he was there. And he has pictures in his book that say, "Remember me, Nate."
Okay, we won't touch that subject then.
And that's overseas, huh?
I'm gonna leave that
I don't know where it
alone.
was.
And I'm going to take a break and make a decision over this while I'm thinking about it.
When divorce court resumes, the judge renders her decision. And an update on the case of Vanessa Lee versus Winston Lee.
My name, the light was in my name, the phone was in my
But you
name,
don't
and
live
so
there.
were the and so were the 3 girls in his bed.
Divorce court will be back in session in a moment. Divorce court is back and the verdict is in the case of Crystal Williams versus Nathaniel Williams.
Come to order. Court is back in session.
Back in the matter of Nathaniel Williams and Crystal Williams. I'm going to award 2 sets of the 5-inch speakers to the wife. The 31-inch television and the wall unit go together. So that's awarded to the wife. The king-size bed goes to the husband. The full-size bed goes to the wife. Your grandfather's necklace, Ms. Williams, is awarded to the wife. I want the necklace to be returned to Mrs. Williams. Or you can give her this ring, which you've melted down. You get a choice.
The necklace, ma'am. It's the coin.
All right. I thought you would, because you've added something to this ring, right?
Yes.
His wedding ring.
Now, do you want to give her any more of that stereo equipment?
No, ma'am.
You don't?
No, ma'am.
I only gave her speakers.
I'll put
She asked for a receiver.
I'll give her the receiver.
I think I've addressed all the issues. So ordered.
All rise.
When divorce court returns, an update on the case of Vanessa Lee versus Winston Lee.
Nothing. Christmas, he promised her a television. What he tells me, the television is locked in a trunk where he can't get to.
Closed captioning for divorce court provided by. If you would like to have the judge hear your case in divorce court, call us toll-free at 1-877-311-2222 or email us at www.divorcecourttv.com. And now for an update on a previous case in divorce court. Vanessa Lee knew her marriage was in trouble when she and Winston started arguing constantly about money.
My name, the light was in my name, the phone was in my
But you
name,
don't
and
live
so
there.
were the and so were the 3 girls in his bed.
I have no recollection of that, ma'am.
I know you don't have any recollection.
It's
I
in the
forget it too.
journal.
But she says that things really got ugly when he turned into a deadbeat dad to their 9-year-old daughter.
That her
No
father
good.
doesn't give her anything.
Now she wanna cry.
Nothing. Christmas, he promised her a television.
Now she wants
What
to
he
cry.
tells me, the television is locked in a trunk where he can't get to.
You are not innocent.
Yes,
Just
ma'am.
because she stays with her mother, she still has a father who's involved in another relationship. She sees you sometimes, I hope.
Vanessa brought Winston to court to get him to contribute money toward their daughter's living expenses. The judge agreed with Vanessa and ordered Winston to pay. She also ordered Winston to pay for his daughter's school uniforms.
You weren't clear to me and you didn't convince me that you were giving something on a regular basis. You owe just as much obligation to pay for this child's uniforms as she does.
After court, Winston told Vanessa that he plans to pay for more of their daughter's expenses in the future, but Vanessa doesn't believe him. He also told her that he is engaged to be married again, and Vanessa says she feels sorry for any other woman who marries Winston.
I got everything I wanted and some.
Why should I have to give up everything that I worked hard and put all my life earnings in just to, it's not fair.
It was totally fair.
You think it was totally fair?
I got what I asked for.
I wouldn't dream about marriage for nothing.